Oh, yes, welcome. It is that Friday feeling. It's that special Friday feeling if you like Easter. Yes, if you like Easter and you like all the latest Easter eggs, then this is the extraordinary video for you. Yes, damn it, it's an excellent day. Yes, it is. And the puns are all the way through the video. Don't worry about that. Yes, we're going to continue building the Lysander. Not too crazy, not too chatty, a bit more calm. That sort of Easter Friday feeling. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, so we are back on the bench. As you can see, I put the top spar in. I did put that in aliphatic glue, so a waterproof glue, rather than doing the Rocket Rapid. There's nothing wrong with the super glue, but I just wanted to do that. Anyway, let's crack on. So it calls for a first leading edge, so like a false leading edge or whatever I like to call it, just to hold together. So I'm going to do a bit over. So I just want to see how far I need. So so I'd rather have a bit too much and not enough. So this calls for 3mm balsa, which I will do. I have got a nice new blade in my balsa my balsa blade. So I put a nice new blade in that, so I'm ready to cut this. Now this in edge is about, well, it is 14mm going down to 9mm. So I'm going to draw that out. Cut it out, and while I'm here I'll probably cut two, so I've got one for the next one. Let's get that so we can glue it on. What I do have to do though is on this edge here I do need to, which is going to be a bit of a pain with the plywood because it's a bit more tough. I've got to just go very gently over the front, because obviously they're all straight, and where I'm going at an angle it doesn't really adhere greatly. I can get around that, I suppose, doing other bits and pieces, but that's what it calls to doing that. So let me cut this, which you don't need to see, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you're saying to me, Chris, why have you got all these blocks on there now? Because I moved it off the plan accidentally. I mean, I did all this wrong anyway. If you look at looking back at the picture, I should print them off really, or have them on my iPad. But what Tony's done is that instead of where I've sanded down inside the ribs to get this flush, because this doesn't get flush, which it is kind of now-ish. It's moved on that one a bit actually, but anyway, because the sheeting goes across here. So what he's done, he's carved into the actual spar and then fitted the ribs. So where I've done the other way around, I've sanded down the ribs and then put the spar in there to keep the spar nice and strong, as thick as possible, so it's got no kind of weak points. It probably wouldn't have, but anyway. So I had to lift it up and everything else, as you remember in the last video. So I've got it, so there is no flat underneath. They're all shaped. There's not really, even the back here is a slight curve. But anyway, that's enough chat. So I've cut this anyway, so it fits, and you've got about 1mm either side, because the sheeting goes over the top of this, which is the kind of the false leading edge, and then you've got the leading edge that gets glued onto this and shaped. Now I did see that on rib 2 it's slightly shorter, and I didn't sand that down, so I'm not sure what I've done there. Everything's straight and level, and it comes to where it is, but I don't know. So if you so what I might have to do, I might have to put a gusset in there just to keep it great. I mean, I might put some gussets in there, small, just make them out of here, small little triangles just in each edge, or draw around it in each edge, because they're not like right angles, but just to give it a bit more strength, because I think if I file it down on the edge, on the front edge, because you've got the the plywood here, it's a bit harder to do, and I don't want to break it. I already just split one of them, which I've glued back in again. So I'm just going to super glue these now. It should be, I just want to make sure that I've got like an edge over here. This is when I need my extra glasses. I do apologise if my voice gets close to the microphone. Someone did say that last week that they're fed up of me blowing their eardrums, so I do apologise. But I think it's because I got the microphone on the camera and it's right in front of me when I get up close and personal. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I can take these away. and that is stuck on there. It's all apart from that one. Don't want to go too mad because it's only super glued on until I get some gussets on there to strengthen it up, and it's not going to be a lot. It's just going to be just a bit of this balsa, I guess. I mean, it's, you know, it's on there. I mean, once it's all together, I mean, you've got the sheet going across here as well. It's going to be tough, as you can see on here. The sheet goes over the front, the false leading edge, trailing edge. That's what it's called. Sorry, trailing edge. Good gosh, I should know that. It does go over the false leading edge, and then you go on there and shape the actual leading edge. So you know, it's all going to be strong anyway, but I might put a gusset or two, maybe every one, especially these ones, because it's a bit loose. But I'm happy with that, and then I'll sand that down so it fits the ribs once it's off the actual board. Alrighty then, so I decided not to do the fillings and bits and pieces. I got straight onto the back. Now, as you're seeing, the weights on the front, on the leading edge. That is because when I glue the back edge or the trailing edge, I don't want it to twist, because it's I mean, they did say, George from Formax, bless his heart, to say, Chris, this is a hard build, and yeah, wow, it is. And if you're on my Facebook group, our private group, so we'll leave a link in description anyway, you'll see, and I've forgotten his name, I do apologise, my brain is gone this morning. Someone else is actually building this as well, so you'll see how it's meant to be done. So anyway, so I've got the trailing edge back on, and I've got a couple of rubber bands here just to put it that are on like these the pins, just to hold it there so level. Now the reason is because I've got to, and it's only slight, it's a couple of millimeters, so so I'm using this, and this was a tip by Cliff Harvey ages ago, top tip. A slight Easter egg top tip. And this is a bit different from the one I had. I made one. I'm going to 3D print one actually, because it's a really good idea. So I've got this is 3mm. I super glue some sandpaper on the edge, make sure it's still through the 3mm, and then you measure kind of how far you want to go down, and then put like this is a lollipop stick, I think. And then when you're sanding down, it won't go any further than that lollipop stick, which is great. And it's exactly what I'm going to do with this, is sand them down, and then so that hopefully I can offer them up. Now, first things first, what I need to do, it'd be better if there was a nude cam position really here, but I just want to get them in a position now. I have overcut them. I don't want to go too hard. I just want to make sure that they're not, so I have overcut them just slightly. In fact, yeah, that needs to go over there a bit. There you go. Because this here, can we see on the? Yeah, you can. So here is where it's got to be cut off, really. Right, that edge there. So I've left kind of a bit of a lump there, and this one literally goes over. Just this will be down to here. So you know, I'm leaving myself a bit of fat, as they say, on the edge for because obviously you know, one makes mistakes. Right, so let's get this drawn up. So I'm just going to do this lightly. And there's my line. So what I can do now is, I don't know if you can see the lines on there. Can you see there? Is it in focus? Probably not. As I say, we're getting a new. I'm going to draw these lines out while I'm chatting to you. I know someone said the other day, Chris, you got to stop chatting so much. I know, I can't help it. Okay, now you can see them. Yeah, I just drew them over with a set square. So we're just going to offer them up just to make sure that I'm in the right positions, which I am. As I say, there will be one here but that's part of the other wing, because it's in two parts. Each wing's in two parts. You have an inner and an outer edge. As if it weren't hard enough, come on. So I'm just going to get on here, and you'll see it's about right, yeah. So I'm just going to, because it's not going to go any lower than that, so I just want to get there. So I'm going to get a set square. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a set square across there, and I'm going to do it off camera. So I'm going to get that next to that, so then I can do, where is it? So then I'm going to do a straight edge, but I can't really see unless I get up close and personal, because the old goggles. But let me just sand these in, and then I'll come right back. And we're going to just offer this up to make sure that everything's kind of fitting. It looks like it is. It looks like they, you know, they're going to be pushed in. That one seems a bit fatter on there, so I'm just going to sort of sand a bit more on that edge. I think that's pretty good. So this has all got to be sanded down as well. Let's see if that goes to that line, which it does, and that goes to that line, which it does. I mean, remember, I've pushed her up a bit so I can get it square, so it's not going to be square at the top, but I need it to be square on the ribs, which it is. I'm just going to give this a couple more, then I'm going to give it a stick. Yeah, and I'll be back. Okay, let's look at things a bit closer. Okay, she's off the board. Here she goes on the phone cam. There you go. Now I'm trying to see if it's twisted, because that's the worst thing, isn't it, when you lift things off the board, and you know, more me anyway. Now you can look down there, and I don't know if you can see, but I mean that looks pretty okay when I'm looking at this. When I'm looking at this way, I need to speak to somebody who's built this. But it looks like on this back it's got a slight camber in, like a twist. You can't really see it on there, but if I push that down, if I push the front down, it all lines up. It's really hard to show you on here. It's worse on that end. So basically what it is, it looks like it's going down and then sloping down. So I mean, obviously I can carry on building the other wings and stuff and see if it does the same, but yeah, it's really, yeah, weird. It might be because the way the wing is on the Lysander, or it could just be me. You can see that. Can you see that? It's almost like it's. But if you look at it that way, it lines up. Can you see that? You can see that now, can't you? Can you see that? Is it a twist or is it a part of the wing? Now, if it's a twist, hang on, let's see if I can do this. There you go. So if I do that, twist it back, it lines up, sort of, but then the top doesn't. So I think I'm right. I think that is meant to be there. I was just about to start the other wing when I noticed that maybe I should have done rib number 9. Now if I show you, because I'm not going to stick so I can move these away, I just wanted to make sure that I was all in the right place. If I get my pencil, so this is the end of this wing here, and it kind of goes over to that side, as you can see on here. But then kind of on the join, so that's the second part, the outer wing, and this is the inner wing, you do have number 9. And this is where the B2 and B1 come into play. So this is W9 here. And then the B2 and B1, I think B2 is on the bottom, will kind of sit under there, and that gives it kind of a back dihedral. You can see that, yeah. So that kind of goes there. Now, it didn't really say on there, and I've been trying to look at the pictures as well, and I must have missing something. But obviously I can, you know, we can rest that because we know that's a flat edge now. I've just got to be careful because, So I guess I have to put this now, because then we start to build the other wing. Sorry, going along. There you go. Just to do that, Chris. That's not to do W10. So W9 goes there, and then the other wing kind of joins into the edge on the trailing edge there, and then the leading and front edge go across and meet up to this one. In fact, I made a boo-boo. Yeah, there was another boo-boo I made as well. If you notice that the false leading edge, can you see that, goes up to here. So if I put my square there, it goes to there, and I went to here. Not a problem, I can extend that. This is fixable. So I did fit W9. I made sure that it was all, the same as the other ones, which was kind of fun. I did notice that you don't have to glue them in yet, but obviously W9 has the gap for the small braces. Now, I've roughly got the middle of this, which will attach to itself to there. So let's get a little clip on there, just so I don't move it about. Yeah, so it attaches there and is at the same height at the back of the rib. Now on the drawing it goes butties up right to the other former. No, the other rib. But if I offer W10, which is the other part of the wing, it does on one side but not on this side, and this is centre. But it does say on there that it, on the drawing, it looks like so. So the bottom one's got a dihedral and the top one's got a small anhedral, and it's very slight, this small one. I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to see on, but on the drawings you can basically see it. Making sure that, yeah, and if you, the side drawing as well, so it looks like the, it's definitely the anhedral, so it faces down, and it's almost like a straight wing at the top, but the bottom comes up. But yeah, so I don't know why that's missing a gap, because if that's right the way over to here, which it says on the plan, that is now not centre, so the anhedral where it comes down is not centre, so there's not a right anhedral. And then it doesn't connect this side. Okay, that is not as far as I wanted to get today, but you won't have the pain enduring of watching the other rest of the wing. Good thing is though, SLEC have sent, the SLEC delivery has arrived, and this is a funny thing actually, because it doesn't say on the other one it's back to front. In fact, hang on, let's put that the right way round. So the fuse, I've got the bits of fuse again on here. If I show you on there, can you see, read what that says? Left hand side, yeah, so I should be a bit more observant, shouldn't I? But yeah, so they've sent them bits and pieces, and obviously the cutouts and bits of it. I have got all these again, which you can just about see, all the formers and stuff, so just in case. Which obviously they do, so you're not paying the full price of the whole kit. So thank you, Chris, for doing that for me. And you sent those stickers. It's all about stickers, you know. Well, that's it. This week is done for me. I'm going to enjoy with my family a lovely Easter, as I wish and hope everyone else has a lovely Easter if you celebrate Easter. If not, then have a great time anyway. I need to speak to Kevin Cox. Kevin Cox is the man who's building the other Lysander, I just remembered. To see, you know, if he had what he did with this, and did he have this and did he have that. It's always nice when you're able to speak to someone in the community, either it's on the Facebook or text or whatever, or phone, to see if it's going on right, because it is a difficult build because there's no flat edges and all this sort of stuff. So, but you know, I'm not, you know, half, you know, glass full, not half empty kind of guy. We're going to keep positive, because that's the way you got to keep, you know, keep positive. And you know, if it's bamboo wings and it does all this, who cares? It's going to be fun flying through the sky, that's for sure. Anyway, thanks for popping by and thanks for sticking with me, and I hope that I haven't blown anyone's eardrums today or chatted too much, and try to keep everybody happy. It is a calm and lovely Friday feeling on this lovely Easter day. So my prayers are with everybody, and if you can get out and do some RC, which I can't because it's raining again, but if you can, get out there. But be safe and keep safe, but have fun. You know, boost this video, celebrate and tell everyone how great this hobby is and how funny that Dad's RC hangar is, and when he tries to build planes. Listen, thanks for popping by, and thank you for liking videos and keeping us up there and getting us past that 3,000. As I say, look out for future videos, because we are going to be doing a live show. I've nearly got all my cameras all sorted out and bits and pieces, and I did a test the other day, but I need to clean the hangar a bit because it's getting a bit hectic in here. But we'll have a live, and we'll see if we can get a special guest, and also we'll do some giveaways for that past 3,000, which is absolutely fantastic for little old me in my hangar, playing around with planes basically, which I love, and I'm glad you love it too. Yeah. And we've got a fuse to build as well, so I'm happy. Listen, I'm waffling now. Thanks for popping by. Ta-ra now. Bye bye.